So welcome guys to the tutorial for experiment to investigate the voltage regulation of a single phase transformer, and this experiment will be performed in the electrical machines lab of CCOS University of IT and Emerging Sciences Peshawar. So what are the objectives in this experiment? Student will learn the concept of regulation of a single phase transformer. The transformer will be loaded gradually and a drop in terminal voltage will be observed. Then the results will be investigated by studying the regulation graph. So what is the voltage regulation? The measure of how well a power transformer maintains constant secondary voltage over a range of load currents is called the transformer's voltage regulations. It means that if we put if we apply various load currents on the transformer, and we see the behavior of its voltage, like if the voltage is decreasing or it is remaining like it remains the same. So we will be seeing the voltage regulation of the transformer. How can we calculate it? Simple formula: no load voltage minus full load voltage divided by full load voltage and multiply by 100. So we will get a percentage of this regulation. So the apparatus we will be using is a single phase transformer instrument panel, and the panel will be having ammeter, voltmeter, wattmeter, rheostats, power supply, which is definitely AC power supply, and connecting leads. So this is the overview of your transformer controller panel, and this will be explained later in the video, but I'm just going to give you an overview that we have a few meters on the top which contain ammeter, voltmeter, power factor meter, wattmeter. Then we have a this is a MCB or a breaker. This is a fixed AC power supply. This one is a variable AC power supply. Then we have a transformer at which we can apply 220. When we apply 220 on the primary, we will get 50 volts on the secondary. So it's a step down transformer. And then there is a single phase load. So this is the circuit diagram. We will apply a single phase AC power on the primary, 220 volts rated voltage, and it will be stepped down to 50 volts. We will connect a voltmeter across the secondary and also connect an ammeter in series with the secondary and the load. Here I have also added the multisim diagram. So we have a separate tutorial on multisim on my channel, and you can go and watch that, and you can easily perform this experiment using multisim. So what is the procedure? First of all, we have to connect the circuit as shown in the diagram. Then we have to measure the output voltage without the load, which will be actually our no load voltage. Then we will gradually increase the voltage, gradually increase the load current, and then measure the terminal voltage, which will be definitely will be decreasing. And then we have to calculate the voltage regulation and note the values in the table. And then we have to draw the graph between the regulation and the load current. So let's go to the lab and perform the experiment. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we will be discussing the voltage regulation of single phase transformer. The trainer we are using is a single phase transformer control panel for this lab, and I will guide you, I will show you all the equipments connected. So on the top you can see that there's a voltmeter and ammeter. These are AC volts and ammeter. Another AC voltmeter, AC ammeter. This is a power factor meter, and for the power factor meter we have a potential coil and a current coil. And as you know that for both, the wattmeter has a wattmeter and power factor meter. For both of these meters we have a potential coil and a current coil. So the potential coil will measure the voltage, and the current coil will measure the current. And as you know that power is a product of voltage and current. Then here we have a single phase transformer, and this transformer is rated at 220 volts at the primary and 50 volts at the secondary. With this we have a load. It's a single phase load. Then we have a automatic, or you can say it's an auto transformer or a variable AC power supply for the transformer. This is the power on and off switch for the variable AC power supply, and then we have a main breaker, or you can say it's a MCB, but this is the main on and off of this panel. Also we have a 220 volts AC fixed supply. So this is the review of your trainer, and now we will be making the connections for the experiment. So the experiment is the voltage regulation of a single phase transformer. So for that purpose we will connect the primary at a rated supply, and then we will apply load on the secondary, and then this load with the addition of load or power on the transformer, we will see the voltage profile of our system. So first of all, what we have to do according to the circuit diagram, that we have to connect our power supply to voltmeter and then to the primary, and then the current and voltage of the secondary side will be noted. So for the phase connection, we will be using these blue wires. So this is the supply which we will be using, and I will be connecting this supply to the AC voltmeter, and this is an analog voltmeter. So I have connected both the phase and neutral to the voltmeter. After this we will connect the primary of the transformer in parallel or in shunt across this connection. So you can take the connection from the voltmeter, or you can take the connection from the directly from the power supply as well. So this is the primary and this is the secondary. Also I will also show you at the end of the experiment, but I can show you now that how you can find the primary and secondary. So you can find the resistance of both the coils of the primary and the secondary, and if the resistance is higher here and lower here, it means more the resistance, it means that the number of turns or the number of the coils are more, so it is a high voltage side, and then at the side where the resistance is low, then it is considered to be a low voltage side. So I will just perform this check over here. So simply I can disconnect it, and here you can connect two leads. And then about your multimeter, you have to set this multimeter to the continuity. You can select it on the continuity, or you can go all the way to the 200, you can say that 200 ohms range of the multimeter. Okay, then connect both of these here, turn it on, and you can see that the resistance is 4.9. So the resistance is 4.9, and on the other hand, for the other terminals, you can see the resistance is now 0.08. So it means that this one is the low voltage side, which we'll be using as secondary, and the other one is the high voltage side which we'll be using for the primary. So coming back to the experiment, connect the phase connection here, and also connect the neutral here. So now the primary side is done. Next is the secondary side. So for the secondary, you have to connect a voltmeter and then a ammeter, and then you have to connect it to the load. So again, I'll be using this UNI-T 55 multimeter for the UT55 for the current and voltage of the secondary side, because there will be very precise changes or the very precise change during the experiment, so therefore we will be using this. So as you can see that we can set the range of 200 this you can say 200 AC volts for the secondary side, because the secondary side is around 50 volts, so we'll be setting this at 200. And then next what we'll be doing, from this secondary coil just take the phase and connect it here to the volts. Okay, so this is the connection for the phase winding of the secondary coil, and then the other wire, the black one, then connect it to the common. So here is another connection. So this is the voltmeter. On the secondary side we have used the multimeter as a voltmeter here. So I'll be writing it as you can name it as VL. So this will be VL. Okay, so this is the load voltage of your system. Next is the current. So just use a multimeter here and set it to 20 amps AC. Okay, so this is 20 amps AC, and this will be your ammeter. I hope that focus is here. Yes, I hope you can see. And what we'll be using the A and common terminal. And remember that the voltmeter is always connected in shunt or parallel, and the ammeter is always connected in series with the system. So what we can do here is that take the connection from this secondary and connect it all the way to A. Okay, so now this is the connection which I have made. This connection is here. So this is coming from the secondary, the phase of the secondary. You can see from here it is coming, and then the common will be connected all the way to the, okay, so this is the common, and this will be all the will be connected all the way to the load. Okay, so here we connect it to the load. So as you can see now that this connection, if I can just put it up, so this connection, the A terminal, this terminal is connected to the secondary, and this terminal is connected all the way to the load. Okay, and I will name it as IL because this is the load current. Okay, so here it is. This is your load current. Next we have to connect the neutral of the secondary to the load. Okay, so just make this connection from the neutral towards the load. So now this completes the connections of your the experiment, and now we will be going towards the readings. Okay, so now I have just zoomed in a bit so that you can see the readings properly, and I will as you can see that now you cannot see that analog meter which was connected for the primary. So what I'm going to do, that I'm going to connect another DMM, and I'm going to set it all the way to 750 volts AC for the input. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these wires over here. So this is the neutral and this is the phase. Okay, so the phase and the neutral, these two are connected all the way there. Okay, so I'm going to name it as V primary. Okay, so this is the input. We don't need it in the readings, but still I have named it. I have made it here, so it will be like, I hope that you guys can see. Yes, you can. It's visible. So let's turn on the trainer. First of all, rotate your auto transformer or your variable supply to leftmost on the left side so that you can get the minimum voltage, and then turn this on. Okay, and let's increase the voltage. You can see that now is around 50 volts. Let's go all the way to 220. Oh, 250, 260. So I'm just going to come back to 220 volts. Okay, so the output is very less. I'm just going to check it once more. Okay, so there was a bit issue in the other meter. I have changed this meter now, and now it's showing the correct reading. So let's go all the way to 220, and okay, so this will do because we need 50 volts at the secondary. So we have given 215 volts on the primary, and we are getting 50 volts on the secondary, and the load current is 0 right now. Okay, so the load current is 0, and I will just show you that if we increase the load current, so you see that now by increasing the load current the voltage is going to drop. Okay, so this is the experiment. So let's note down this reading. So the first reading is for the no load. Okay, so this is the no load voltage. It is around 49.9. Let's just increase it a bit so that we can get 50. Yes, here we go. So 50 is your no load voltage because you don't have any current over here, and the load is set to 0. Because the load is set to 0, then therefore there is no current. So this is your no load reading, which is 50 volts, and 0 amperes is the current. Okay, then we have increased the current over here. It is around, now the current is around 0.07, and the voltage is around 49.9 volts. Okay, so this is the first reading. Then the load is now jumped up to 0.14 amperes, and the voltage has dropped to 49.5. Okay, so this is 0.14. I'm also noting down these readings. For the third reading, we have increased the load to 0.22, and the voltage has dropped to 49.6. Again, we have to increase the load. Now we have increased the load. The load is around 0.29 amperes, and the voltage is dropped to 49.5. So 0.29, and the voltage has dropped to 49.5 volts. Reading number 5. Again, the current is now 0.36, and the voltage is 49.4. One more reading. The current is now 0.44, and the voltage is 49.3. So this is the last reading. We have increased the current all the way to 0.51, and the voltage has dropped to 49.1. So this is the experiment. As you can see that we have applied load on the secondary of the transformer, and the voltage has dropped significantly from 50 volts to 49.1 volts. And let's go towards the table and find the regulation of this transformer. So guys, as now we have performed the experiment, we have got the readings, and the first reading is for the no load, which is actually 50 volts, and no load current was 0. We don't have any regulation value for this because it's a no load condition. Then when we increase the load up to 0.07 amperes, the voltage dropped to 49.9 volts, and then I simply put those values in the formula: no load voltage minus full load voltage, and then divided by full load voltage, multiply by 100. For this case, we have full load voltage as 49.9 volts, and the regulation is 0.2%. It means that if we apply a load of 0.07 on our transformer, 0.07 amperes, then the voltage will drop to drop at 0.2%, like 0.2% voltage will be detected from your no load voltage. So for later values, you can simply change these full load values and easily get the regulation values. And once you have got these values, then you will make the graph, draw the graph. So on the x-axis we have load current. Here you can see from 0 to 0.07, 0.14 to 0.51. So these values will be here. And on the y-axis, first of all, you have the voltage, which is decreasing. So 50, 49.9 up to 49.1. So here will be the voltage value, which will decrease with the increase in load. And then the regulation values. Regulation will definitely be increasing with the increase in load. And then at the end you will write the conclusion. So that's all, guys. I hope you got a good idea of the experiment, and see you in the next video. Thank you.